welcome to episode 1 of Breaking Bread with OLLA. I'm here today with two people I've been friends with some time, some exceptional business leaders, and have had their own personal journeys. And we're going to hear from yourselves about some ideas of what we can do during Corona and how we can really strengthen our businesses in this time of need, but more specifically, how we can do it for us in Bahrain. You know, what's going to work in Europe and America and the West isn't what's going to work for us. Our challenges are different and our problems, but our opportunities are also different. There's so many amazing truths of Bahrain, and that's what we really want to get to the core of together. So please tell us a little bit about yourselves. Sandeep?
Yes. Hey, so thank you for having me on. My name is Sandeep. I'm the general manager of Lift Strength and Conditioning Center. We go by Lift. It's a lot easier. Also Bahrain Boxing Club. It's a dedicated boxing club which we have inside our functional training center.
Where's the boxing center?
It's so we're located Badaya Road. So this is like I guess it was a bit of a shock for us to kind of first get told we have to shut down.
Okay.
Although we did see this coming because I think other countries had started doing this. So even though we kind of saw this coming, we started creating contingency plans.
All right. So give us. Let's step back a bit.
Sure.
Explain to us the size of your team. Like, who is this we had to step back? How many people are looking at this? Like, am I seeing you? Or am I picturing this like there's a 50 people team behind you and we're all like brainstorming, we've got experts?
Sure.
What is this?
Well, we're a pretty small team. I mean, we've got about 6 full-time staff.
Okay.
And then we've got a bunch of part-time coaches as well.
Okay.
And then we've got a couple of people who are related to the business but don't live in Bahrain. So we've got to like rope people in different time zones.
Okay. So you've got a lot of challenges here.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we make decisions, it's usually something we do as a team. It's not just 2 people making decisions and rolling it out to everyone else. We want the entire team to have input and say, okay, this is what we should do.
So what was the first alarm bells that rang for you guys? Was this international news?
Yes.
Did you see a dip in sales? What was it that triggered your thoughts like, oh, wait, we've got to have a plan?
Well, that's a good question. Was there a dip before the official stop came?
Yeah.
Actually, there was a dip for 1 week where people, I think, things really started kicking off in this part of the world.
And they're freaking out?
Yeah, so Europe was the big one. So when Italy and Spain started ramping up, Bahrain, like we noticed a drop in our client base, like people coming in.
So the China wasn't the trigger. It was when Europe hit. That's interesting.
So, I think when it was in China, we were thinking that's so far away.
It is.
It's not going to come to us. Life is going on as normal. This is a Chinese-related virus at that time.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about months ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it feels
January.
like
And
it
then
was
it
weeks,
started
but this is back in
escalating,
Jan. Yeah. So it's now March. When did you first start saying, actually, we've got to have some conversations about this?
So in about mid-February is when we started planning or talking.
It's quite early, actually.
Right, and these were just general conversations.
Yeah.
Hey, what if this happens? What are we going to do?
That's amazing.
Because we realized if we were to close up, most of our bills stay the same.
Yeah.
It's just we have no money coming in.
So what do you do?
Right, and we're a relatively new business, and we've invested everything that we've made back into the business so that we can grow. So we're not sitting on a pile of cash saying, okay, you know what, we can ride out the storm. And that's exactly why we had to have these conversations because, our owners are amazing. I mean, they literally take everything and put it right back in. They don't take anything for themselves, which is, scary because if we were to have a slow month, we're in trouble. As you said, it's cash in, cash out.
So did you change that?
Did we change it?
Yeah, have you changed that now that you can see that reinvesting this and leaving yourself with that much liquid is, that reality might not be possible anymore going forward? Are you putting that as part of your plan?
So this is so for right now we're in survival mode. To be completely honest, survival mode in terms of how we strategize for the next few months. But long term, we realize the necessity of hoarding a little bit of cash for trouble times.
In case.
But the good thing is our team we have a really understanding team. So we said, listen, guys, payroll's always been on time. We've never paid late, but we might have a few delays here and there. Work with us. And they said, you know what? We're all in this together. We're a team.
Amazing.
We'd be happy.
Amazing.
So I think it comes down to having a team that understands that we're...
So good communication.
Right.
I think that's something I preach a lot. It doesn't really matter what you're always going to have problems in life. It's not Corona, it's not this, it'll be something else.
Sure.
But I think if you start from the point of proper communication and honest and open, and these things, they always sound like buzzwords, but what that practically means is everybody in your team should be able to say what they think. And I heard this amazing CEO once speak in America, and she was saying at their weekly meetings with she's got teams and they operate all around the world, and so they're online calls. She has everybody admit a mistake, because if there isn't the room to actually have the conversation about a mistake, you'll never hear it.
Right.
And if there isn't that communication where people can't feel to you like, I'm actually scared about my job, or I've got this problem, if they're not talking to you, it's just going to build up. Productivity is going to go down. How people feel is going to hold energy, the environment, the quality of work, everything's going to go down. But with that communication that you've put in, it gives people the ability to actually talk to each other. And that's where, by only coming together will these things be solved, I feel.
I think you mentioned a key thing, honesty.
Yeah.
Which is, we always just tell it as it is, because we found the more you shelter them, later it's going to come out and it's going to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
So we just told everyone right off the bat, this is what it is. This is how we see it going.
Yeah, it's managing expectations.
Right.
You got to manage those expectations. I mean, that's the thing. Like, so if you're saying everything's good and it's great, and then it's not,
right,
then it's going to be a problem.
Shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah.
So speaking of which, managing expectations, tell us about you, Hussein. Who are you and why are you here?
Okay, thanks for having me here, first of all. So I'm Hussein. I have a consultancy called Hustle Kitchen, HK, and I'm also the founder of Flash Deals, which is deals and offers application in Bahrain. And previously, I've been in Bahrain for 10 years, had H2M, marketing agency as well, and a couple of restaurants.
So what have you both implemented in your business and what's the plan for the coming unknown period of time?
Okay. Well, if you want me to go first. Basically, so I've got two lines of businesses, right? So I've got Flash Deals, the application for deals and offers.
So that's where if you're in Bahrain and you want to get a deal and you're buying something, getting a massage, you're buying some food, you can go onto the app and then basically save money. There's no catch. You can just save money.
Absolutely. And I've even noticed the impact of Corona on our business just through looking at my analytics online, because obviously people aren't searching for places and things to do outside, which was a lot of our deal basis, right? But we do have a delivery platform as well. And that is going to be our main focus area, because the whole thing with this Corona thing is to figure out how you can use this adversity to become an opportunity. Absolutely. And there's always an opportunity and gains to be made in situations like this. So now is a perfect time for us to be, focusing on the delivery game. Yeah. We don't charge commissions anyway, right? We don't have contract fees. So we can help businesses at completely free of charge at the moment. And especially as people are transitioning online right now, because everyone's trying to digitize, we have the platform that's ready for them to go tomorrow. And in terms of the consultancy side, well, of course, this is what I do. So I sit with businesses such as yours to figure out during this time, how can we pivot our strategy to take advantage of the situation? And like we were discussing earlier, I said you should do a 30-day six-pack program, because everyone's at home. Right? No one does sit-ups anyway when they go to the gym. They get distracted by the chest machine, as you said, and the bench press, right? So now is the perfect time to get that six-pack, and the summer's coming anyway.
So tell us about what have you done specifically to tackle Corona in immediate steps with your staff, your team, your customers? What have you done?
So we actually had quite a few requests for people to kind of get together and do outdoor classes. Okay. And we took a really tough stance and told...
Just like in a park?
Yeah, because according to the government, they said basically all gyms, like the actual physical gym, needs to close down, but they never said anything about like outdoor gatherings. All right. We took the really tough stance of saying we're going to stop that as well to promote the whole concept of social distancing. It was a tough decision for us, because that's a massive loss of revenue. Yeah. But I think we want to do it for the greater good of the community. So we have decided to pivot into online training. I see a lot of gyms doing it, and it's something that they're trying to do to engage with their clients.
Was that something you were going to go into anyway? Like, were you geared up for that and it just happened to happen? Or you're like, no, we're just going to do this now? Yeah,
so we've actually been working on this on the side for about 6 months.
Okay, so it's not like it was just a decision.
But now you can accelerate that.
Exactly.
And so 10x, the timeline, 10x your progress on that.
So we had most of it created. We had the idea kind of mapped out. We knew what we wanted to do. We just hadn't done some of the shooting. We hadn't done some of the editing. Right. But we had registered domains a year ago. We had bought server space. We had set up platforms, and we just hadn't converted all of it.
Interesting question. Are you now spending more on online advertising to promote this? Or are you saying that the income's not coming in from the gym, so I'm going to hold off on that? Because I really think you should be doubling down on your spending right now.
So with this online platform, what we did just as a service to our loyal member base is we're giving it away for free.
Which is absolutely fine.
That's a good idea.
Which is perfect, but it's a perfect time, I think, that you can get new members in, like after this whole situation's over.
Sure.
By give away your free membership, not just to your members. Let it be accessible to Bahrain.
We're giving to everyone,
and spend a lot on your Instagram, Facebook campaigns right now, because those guys will later convert to paying members in the future.
So that's a plan. We actually just launched last night.
But congratulations,
congrats. I saw the site. It's nice.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It was like 4 12-hour days. And, I have a wonderful team. Everyone came in. We even came in on a Friday. I mean, Friday, and there's no real difference anymore. But people came in. We did shooting. We did editing. We had battle stations going on. And to socially distance, we had different parts of the gym that we were working out of. And then we had 2 guys who were working on Discord remotely. With shared screens so that we can do video editing remotely as well.
I think people need to understand there's a journey your customer gets. And when you first sign up or subscribe or engage with a business, that's when you're most engaged with the brand. So the next piece of communication you give to them tells you how this relationship's going to go. But next time, you'll be hearing from some more businessmen in Bahrain and my colleagues and co-founders, Pauline Castro, exceptional talent, and Shaq Al Siddiqui, who make the power that is OLLA. And we are the last thing I'd just like to say is thank you, a big thank you to our team. They are the only ones actually making this possible. And MK Studios, without your support, this just wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be sharing any of this value with people. So if you're filming anything whatsoever and you need a place to do it, like why wouldn't you pick here? It would be weird. And I'm just saying, like, you're not going to get charged to come here and have a look. If
honestly, this is an amazing studio, by the way. Cool. It was amazing. I was actually surprised when
I came in. I was like,
this is really nice, by the way. If anyone's doing any filming, if anyone's doing any studio work, this is an amazing spot for it.
Yeah, I'm going to film some of your stuff for you here as well.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Well, this is the best place for it, honestly.
Okay. So thank you very much, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Till the next time.